Alright guys, so thought I'd do a quick video, boxing up weekend. I've had loads of people messaging me my opinion and stuff. It's easier just to do it this way. Start with scorecards on Kiko fight 1-1, 1, 118. No way, no way. I had Kiko winning that fight. I had him winning it by 2 rounds. Eddie Hearn went on record after saying he's got to say it, hasn't he? Oh, I'm sick at scorecards, it's this and that and that. But he'd rather it be like that and his fighters win, so then he can go on record saying about scorecards rather than his lads lose. But you're just going to ruin boxing in Britain. People aren't going to want to come here and fight. It used to be Germany what were bad and America. But England's getting worse place now for scorecards. The only way I think to go about it is for the judges to be held responsible and to talk and give the opinion why they come up with that score and say what they're seeing, and then that'll stop the paying public thinking that's robbery, that's a backhander. If they know why they've seen it like that, it might change people's minds. But that 111, 118, you can't, there's no way on God's earth nobody, no fan in the world will watch that fight and give that scorecard. That was just incompetence from judges. They need bringing it from the board, and they need dropping down a level. I think what it needs this country is just like 5 top officials what do high profile fights, and let the commentators ask them questions after it like they do boxers interview them. It's just weird in this country that no officials is allowed to talk to the press. They're not allowed to talk and give their opinions and all, or do what they do in America. I think it's every 3 rounds they put it up on boards in venue and what scores they've got. And I think that's better all round. That's my opinion. Because if a boxer thinks he's winning and thinks, oh, I'll have a couple of rounds off, I'll, you know what I mean, jab me way around and all that, he can look up and think, fucking hell, I'm not, I'm behind here, and then he can put it in. Or if one lad's behind, he can see, well, I'm only 2 rounds behind, I'll push on for the last 2 rounds. So I think with judging side of things, that's the way around it. Bring 5 top referees, 5 top officials, and let them explain it, and put rounds up every 3 rounds. Put it up on screens, scores, so you know what they are. And yeah, that's pretty much would solve that problem, I think. And then to Josh Warrington, I was shocked. I wasn't, and I was. I'll tell you why I weren't so shocked. You've got a lad at 22 years old who's just coming up, won his last 10 fights by a knockout. Coming over here, big money, he's from Mexico. He probably turned pro at 15. He had something like 24 fights, 24 wins, 2 losses or something. Well, they've had no lockdown in Mexico, so this guy will have been training and sparring. You've got Josh Warrington from Leeds, who fights in front of big crowds all the time. Something totally new to him. He's in a bubble. He's not making weight how he normally makes it. Everybody has certain ways of making weight. He might have to go in a sauna. He might have to do something different. Everybody finds out what I used to have to run. So he's in a bubble. All that's new. He's not fighting in Leeds. All that's new. They've got this kid in who they've picked from Mexico. He thinks, well, he's an out. I'm looking forward to this Ring Magazine belt fight in 8 weeks' time. So it were bad matchmaking, but it were bad them taking it when he had another fight in 8 weeks' time. If he'd been out at Ring all this time, another 8 weeks weren't going to hurt. And then restrictions might have been might have been different. But to pick a lad who's knocked his last 10 out, last 10 opponents out, alright, slow on his feet, slow at throwing his punches, but heavy-handed. And then to pick him as a warm-up fight at 22-year-old, surely they should have got someone who'd been at the top and run his way down. Bit of a name, get in and do it. Still a bit of a name so he can get up for it a bit. But bringing an unknown in like that from Mexico, everybody knows these Mexicans are hard as nails. I think what a bad choice, really bad. As for the fight itself, he went out, he got caught with every left hook kid were throwing at him. His right hand were down all the time. He was taking left hooks. Personally, if I were refereeing it, I would have stopped it when he got up after the first knockdown. His legs had gone. Howard Foster spoke to him, gave him instructions. He didn't do it, and then he let him carry on. So, what point in Howard Foster asking him, telling him instructions for him not to do it, to then let him carry on? So Howard Foster's to blame there. Howard Foster should have stopped the fight. Now, when he went back to the corner, he were walking off to the ropes. His legs were gone. So, should his corner have stopped it then? Maybe not. I'll tell you why. He had a minute to recover. So, you can get your legs back in a minute. You can get your senses back. Although it was a biggish knockdown. When he went out then, and he went out in 5th and he took more fist. And he went out in 6th and took more fist. And in 7th he took more fist. That's when the corner should have stopped it. That's when his dad should have said, listen, Josh, it's not working. It's not working. Save you from getting battered. You're not a big puncher. So you're not going to knock him out. You're not landing enough. And that's when his corner should have stopped it. He didn't know he were in there. After that knockdown, Josh didn't know where he was. He was just fighting on instinct. I believe Howard Foster had other opportunities where he could have stopped it, but in my opinion, Howard Foster's one of the worst referees in Britain. That's my opinion. He drops bollocks all the time. He should have stopped it in round 4. It was up to his dad then, who was his corner man, to stop it after that. Taking a beating like that is going to have an effect. At them low weights, by like 28-year-old, you're burnt out. They don't last long at them low weights. It's not like heavyweights where they're going in the 40s, sometimes 50s now. So Josh probably ain't got many fights left in him now. We don't know how much this has took out of him. By 28 at that weight, they're normally done. And he's 30, I think, or coming up to 30. So how much has he really got left? Did he make the weight right? Is that why he weren't taking punches? Did he not dehydrate properly? We're being in bubble. We'll have to wait and see. But for me, I'd have stopped it as a referee in 4th. As a trainer in corner, I'd have given him well next round. He still didn't have his legs underneath him. When he come back to the corner, I'd have told him, that's it, you're done. Give you a minute in between. Give you another 3 minutes in round. Your legs still aren't there. You're done. And also, that when he was sat down, Josh says to his dad, my shoulder's gone. And his dad's reply, well, fuck your shoulder, we'll fix that later. So when you've just been flattened like you have, you're getting beat up bad like he was, and then you sit down, you tell your dad your shoulder's gone, he tells you to shut fucking up, you'll fix it later. Nah. I think his dad needs to be brought in front of the board. I think Howard Foster needs to be brought in front of the board. I think Josh needs some time out. Come back in a 6-rounder. If he comes back, come back in a 6-rounder. Just a journeyman. Just someone that's going to be there for 6 rounds, a tough journeyman. And see how he looks in that fight before they even think about stepping him up or world title fights, all that. I think coming back straight away in a rematch with this kid is a bad idea, because they have got a rematch clause. I won't do that. As a trainer, I won't do that. I'd say now let's have a 6-rounder. Let's get some cobwebs off. Let's see where we're at, basically. See if your punch resistance has gone. Because when you're weight drained, or you get old overnight as they call it, first thing what goes is your chin. Your power don't go. It's your legs and your chin won't go. So you move slow and you can't take a punch. So yeah, if anybody's got out to add, put it in comments below. Peace out.